Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and with the drop of the 414 update and us now being able to get to level 75, I've had a couple of you guys, you know what I'm saying, from the few that watch Grand Cross, hit me up saying, yo broski, who are you going to be getting to 75 first to ensure that you stay competitive in PvP? Because I know you enjoy being in champion, especially trying to push the champion 1 on the regular, you know what I'm saying, trying to get 60 diamonds every week, because you know we need all of that, right? So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Additionally, I want to make sure that I don't fall too far behind when it comes to doing raids and stuff, but PvP is my main focus. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's just super freaking fun. So that's ideally what I prioritize, and it's very rewarding. Now keep in mind, this list is gonna be my very first, I would say, tier list, if you will, for this game, and it's gonna be based on my experiences and mine alone, whether it's using the characters or fighting them in PvP or fighting alongside them in PvE via death matches, raids, or boss battles, whatever you want to call it, okay? So take that as you will, okay? I'm not telling you guys that you absolutely have to do what I'm suggesting, but based on my time playing Grand Cross for the global server, these are the characters that I found to be the most useful, so they're the ones that I'm going to focus on heavily, like pushing all the way up to 75 for the most part. Now keep in mind, when it comes to a list like this, it's pre-Escanor and post-Escanor, okay? This list that I'm going to give you guys is pre-Escanor. If you don't know who Escanor is, man, run a quick Google search. Lord Escanor is the one that stands above all, and the reason why I want to point this out is because if Escanor drops next week, like it seems like it's going to be the case, and we get chapter 8, this list goes out the window. You focus on Escanor and Escanor alone, because Escanor is going to take over PvP, he's going to take over PvE, and you don't want people flexing on you with their big PP. You feel me? You want to go into PvP and you want to flex on people with your Escanor, drop cool suns on them, ult them, and just one-shot their entire like team or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? So, if Escanor drops next week, he jumps immediately to the top of the list as the first character you should get to 75. Okay, if presumably you have the resources and no one else, right? So keep that in mind. Also, one thing you should keep in mind though is Escanor is going to be a character that you get from banners, right? He's going to be a draw hero similar to this Meliodas right here. So he's not going to be that free-to-play friendly. He's not going to come to the coin shop like Gother, okay? He's not going to come to the coin shop like Merlin and Bond. That's something you guys need to keep in mind. And that's why you should be actively holding on to as many diamonds as possible, okay? So, that being said, we've run on long enough. Let's talk about the characters that you should ideally be focusing heavily on getting to level 75. First and foremost, one of the best characters in the game, if not the best character in the game, just because he's so readily available. You get him literally from playing the story mode, okay? Generally, when it comes to gacha, the characters you get for free are generally, yeah, how many times you gonna say generally, but it's realistically true, right, are not that good. They don't hold up end game. This game is very, very different. They give you a good amount of free characters that are top tier, and he's at the top of the hill. It's my man right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Blue King is an absolute monster for content, ladies and gentlemen. He offers so much utility. He offers the Petrify, right, which is really, really useful for PvP and for PvE when you can make use of it. He also offers Purify, which allows you to remove debuffs. He also offers healing when you rank up the skill. This says 50%, but trust me when I say King just heals for whatever he feels like it. Sometimes it's 50%, sometimes it feels like 90%. Like, King is absolutely amazing, and his ultimate is an AoE attack that literally like nukes people, okay? So yeah, I would ideally say if Escanor doesn't drop next week, or if Escanor drops and you don't have the resources to push Escanor or even get Escanor, he should be like your first level 70 or level 75 character, right? And when we get level 80, which is currently the max level for JP, he should be one of the first ones you get up. Next character is Gother, okay? you definitely want to put some work into Gother. He's going to be one of my next level 75s. I already have one. I'm sure you guys if you haven't seen it already. And the reason for that is very simple. Gother is an amazing character because he can disable attacks. Additionally, he can rank up cards, which ranking up cards is absolutely busted in this game because it takes a lot of different copies of the same card to get it to do like really good damage or give you a really good effect. Also, his ult is absolutely amazing. He's able to deplete the enemy's ult gauge, making it so that people can pretty much never ult on you, right? It's just absolutely amazing to use Gother, and I'd highly recommend that you guys build him up. Also, his unique or his passive is really, really good. He increases all allies attack by 10% at the start of the next turn if he doesn't take any damage. That's something that you need to watch out for. So if you can protect him in a perfect cube or something, he's just making the whole team, like, seriously, full of killers. Full of hitters, man. All right. So next one is actually the first character that I got to 75. Waifu love. It's Merlin. Great Mage Merlin or Green Merlin. Keep that in mind, okay? She's number 3 on the list, but she was number 1 for me just because I waited so long to get her. Actually, I had to pick her up from the coin shop. Merlin is absolutely fantastic. Both of her cards are really, really good, even at level 1. She can deplete people's ult gauge. In a one-on-one fight, nobody can pretty much ever ult on Merlin in PvP. Right, I've come back, like I just got her like yesterday, and already I've made multiple comebacks in PvP with just Merlin, like even in 2-on-1 situations, okay? Additionally, her perfect cube is super freaking useful, and you can use it in every game mode, PvE, PvP. The top 3 here, they're good for like literally every piece of content, right? The perfect cube is just absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Additionally, her unique is really good for PvP. Actually, it's good for everything, right? 1 extra ult gauge at the start of every fight. Ult rush teams, man, she's the key to it. I'm telling you, she's an absolute must-have for every roster. I'm so sad I got her so late, but I'm so happy that I currently have her. Next up, if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the support. My man King Arthur in this mother. Okay, let me stop. Number 4 on this list is King Arthur, man, because his ult, really, really good. He does really, really good damage thanks to the crit chance buff there. But Arthur's value, man, let me get out of that. Arthur's value kind of comes from this thing right here. So he can remove debuffs, make himself immune to debuffs for 3 turns, and, right, let me go here. You can buff also attack and defense stats and your HP as well. But this right here is actually super clutch, and most people don't even realize how useful it is. Once you get it up to level 2 or level 3, you can disable recovery skills, which means you go up against a king, blue king specifically, right? He's on every team. King, one of the best things about him is his ability to heal. However, this is a recovery skill. So even though Arthur has a disadvantage, if Arthur hits King with that level 2 or level 3, he can't heal, bro. So you can slowly just pick King apart. Like, I love it, man. King Arthur in this mother. Okay, let me stop. So let me rush through the next ones, man. Jericho. Really, really good unit for pretty much all content, right? Her burst damage is absolutely insane. Ideally, you want to open with this right here, Flash Strike, and follow up with this right here, which is the Flash Attack. Her ult is one of the highest damaging skills in the game, if not the highest damaging skill in the game. Her unique is really, really good. The more cards you throw away, right, literally just the more cards you use, the longer she's alive, and the more she's attacking, the more crit chance she's gonna have, which means big PP damage, boys. Big PP damage. Next up, some of you guys won't agree with this, but it's completely fine. I gotta put Big Daddy Hauser right here at number 5, man. Real talk, because farming in this game is a very big thing, okay? And being able to clear content very, very quickly helps you get more done. And he has multiple AoE skills, and the damage on them are actually pretty good. Additionally, his ultimate is very good as well, because not only do you get AoE damage, which is really good, he can also decrease skill ranks, and for every skill that he decreases, he removes an ult gauge. So with a team attack, if they have a whole bunch of level 3 cards, you decrease that. Bye-bye, all gauges. You feel me? So he's really good for geared PvP, and he's also really good for farming. The other characters before him, they're good for pretty much everything. Next character we gotta put on here, I don't care what y'all say, as a standalone character when it comes to being able to do really good damage, he doesn't really stand out that much, but he's won me plenty of fights and I've used him pretty often. It's Guild Thunder, baby. It's Guild Thunder coming to the rescue. Good for all content. His buff right here, the highest damaging attack buff in the game. That's 60%. It ain't no joke. Makes rage way better, and it gives you that nice burst in PvP so you can body the man dems. Okay, next, this right here for PvP, super clutch. Now I swapped him out of my PvP team for Merlin, but to get me from bronze all the way to champion 1, Guild Thunder, baby. That's why we got him swagged out. You know what I'm saying? Got him with a new sword, got him with a new haircut, looking fresh to death, because he's out here slaying. Next up, okay, after green, Guild Thunder, right here, man. One of my level 70s, red, Liz Hawk. She's really good for raids. That's pretty much her entire value. You want to protect her as much as possible. But for Red Demon and even Crimson Demon, because of this passive right here, if you can protect her, right, her damage ramps up to crazy amounts. And that's why I have this ultimate 6/6, because she out here beasting, ladies and gentlemen. You can see for yourself, fully maxed out. I feel no ways about that. You're going to get plenty of Elizabeths when you summon. You definitely want to invest in her at some point, to say, deserving of a level 70 and a level 75. Next up, you guys might disagree with this one, but this is one that I'm going off my battle experience, right, in PvP. And it's this guy right here, man. Freaking annoying as hell. Okay, I don't have him, but I've fought plenty of him, and you will fight plenty of him once you get the champion. I'm just saying, right? He's super annoying. He has basically all of the offensive qualities. Well, not all, but 2 of the most amazing offensive qualities of King and Merlin in the same kit. So, right here, he can deplete people's ult gauges, and it's on a rank 1. So, yeah. Additionally, on his rank 2 for this skill, he can petrify just like King for just as long as King when you rank it up. He's freaking insane, man. Plus, you can see right here, he cancels all buffs and stances. This is insane. You know why this is insane and why he probably should be a little bit higher on this list? Okay, let's say you have Arthur on your team, right? Okay, Arthur puts up his debuff immunity, which will stop him from being petrified by King. But then there's Helbram. Helbram just freaking says, okay, no, I'm gonna hit my ult on you. Now your debuff immunity is gone. Now you can be petrified. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't need to say more than that, okay? He can remove all buffs and stances, and it doesn't matter if you have immunity or not. He's gonna remove your immunity. Helbram is pretty freaking annoying, right? And the more surviving allies you have on the team, the stronger he is. He gets a little weaker once he becomes the last man standing, so you ideally want to keep him on the front lines. Moving on, number 10. Yeah, this is a pretty lengthy video, but number 10 is actually a 4-way split. Really tough for me to decide who I wanted to give it to. Ultimately, I'm gonna let you guys decide who you think is more deserving of this number 10 spot. Some of you guys may be like, whoa, certain people aren't mentioned yet. I'm getting there. So here we go. Where is she right now? I have her at level 60 and I cannot find her. I am blind. All right, so it took me a little while to find her. I don't know, for some reason she was at the bottom of the list, even though she's level 70 SR. Sometimes the way how they sort this box is just really frustrating. But anyways, I put her in the number 10 spot because I use her on my farming team, right? So I think she's really good for clearing through content. She can decrease the enemy's defensive stats, and she hits really hard. From what I've seen, she's one of the harder hitting farming units out there, so I would highly recommend her, right? Plus, her unique is actually not that bad. She buffs everybody's HP by 10%, which is good for farming content, especially if you're farming like boss stages. Like chapter 5 and 6, the bosses are pretty annoying, especially that Slater boss. All right, so yeah, number 10 on this list is actually a four-way split between Green Liz Hawk and my man right here. I really wanted to give it to him, but I'm saying Winehide, he's actually really good. I still use him on my farming team. He's really good. AoE attacks, he can disable attacks, which basically sometimes, depending on the enemies you're up against, allows you to just get an extra turn because they have no skills that they can use. Plus it's AoE, so it's just great damage across the board. This disables people's stances. The only bad thing about him is this right here, right? It's not an AoE ultimate, but it hits pretty hard, so that's okay. Like fairly hard, right? It's not like crazy. But additionally, to go along with Hauser, because Hauser benefits from having a lot of pierce rate, putting him beside Whitehide is really good because he gets 8% additional pierce rate, which is basically ignore defense every turn for 5 turns. So over 5 turns, that's 40% more pierce rate everybody on the team has. So this guy, his value is really, really good as a DPSer, like slash AoE buff unit. So really, really good. Had to put him in this list somewhere. Next character that I'm probably gonna push to 75 because I've gone up against her in PvP and I don't have her built really, really well right now, but just take my word for it based on my battle experience in PvP. She hits really, really hard and her skills offer a lot of utility because as you can see right here, the Amplify is just insane, right? Damage dealt plus 30% per buff on self, plus the Solidify is really, really good. You can see applies 1 Solidify effect on ally. If there are debuffs, they are removed and an additional Solidify is placed. That's 60% resistance if they try to debuff you, bro. So she makes your team super tanky. And that's at level 1, by the way. At level 3, it's for 3 turns, boy. So yeah, she's an amazing unit. Last one, right? Because I know you guys gonna be like, hold up. Nah, chill. We gotta put Bond on here. Green Bond, you know what I'm saying? Green Nunchuck Bond has to be on here. He's really good. AoE is really good for farming. He's okay for PvP, but he's kind of falling off right now. Lifesteal is really good. Makes it so that he can keep up, even though right now it's a lot of like blues and reds, right? Because of the Gotha teams. And yeah, he's kind of falling off. I can one-shot him with my Arthur, even if he extorts me, like if I have a buff up. So like, yeah, he's kind of falling off, but he's still really, really good for PvE and for PvP. So I had to put him here, and I'm saying as one you should consider for level 70 and level 75. You guys let me know what you think of this list. This is just my personal opinion based on my experience playing some of these characters and going up against them in PvP. Some of you guys are gonna say, man, how you gonna leave Galen off the list? For one, yeah, he's really good for PvP, but with Escanor around the corner, man, yeah, yeah. Do you really want to invest into a level 70 Galen? Okay, go ahead, 75 them. See what happens to you when Escanor drops. That's all I'm saying, right? Don't get it twisted. Galen is really, really good, but even week 1, right, when all of the people in PvP were using him, my Gotha team still succeeded. Okay, so counter for Gotha or not, pause. I'm gone, bro. So let me know what you guys think of this list right here. Just a little quick top 10, if you will. Some extras on top of characters you should ideally be prioritizing for level 70 and possibly level 75. Let me clear things up for you once again. All right, this is pre-Escanor. If Escanor drops next week, Escanor becomes the #1 character to get to 75. Then you fall back to King, Gotha, Merlin, Arthur, Jericho, Hauser. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So, I'm gone. Peace.